Hey everybody. Today I thought it would be really interesting to go back and revisit my most popular video on YouTube, and that is my John Mayer gravity lesson. So I wanted to go back and kind of do a rewatch of this video along with you guys, primarily because this video has now surpassed 10 years in age and also 1 million views, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. So thank you to anybody who has already watched it, and if you haven't seen it before, feel free to check it out. I do think that there are some things that I could have done far better, especially now 10 years in the future, but there's also some things that I did pretty well, I think. So let's dive in and check it out. Yeah, so scratchy. Somebody commented that a long time ago. That was one of my favorite comments on this video. Let's pause right here. So one of the primary things that people have commented on this video about are the fact that I'm using a Telecaster on a blatantly obvious Stratocaster song. Gravity is probably the most popular Stratocaster song of recent generation, and I chose to use a Telecaster. I don't know the exact reason that I chose to do that, but I'm probably going to guess that it was my favorite guitar to play at the time. I do know that the neck on that guitar had just been replaced because it was an extremely cheap guitar made by SX Guitars, and I eventually replaced every piece of that guitar, and you can actually see it a little bit back here. It's hanging up right there. I replaced every piece of it, and it essentially became a new guitar, but it right now has a new neck, and it also has a new pickups in it, and I think everything else is still original. So I was probably just wanting to play it at the time. Still a poor choice. I did have 2 Strats that I should have played, but I chose to play a Telecaster, and it obviously sounds like a Telecaster. It does not sound like a Strat. So let's see here. A little bit fast, a little bit ahead of the beat there. Tone's not horrible for using a Telecaster, right? Not bad. And this strumming right here is not in the song. That chord is not exactly right. It's supposed to be a C over an E, not just a straight C chord like I'm playing it. But yeah, if you listen to the song, there's no strumming in it like that. But I do feel like it does a satisfactory job of, carrying the tune. And I still do it now. If I play the song, I'll tend to strum it. I am playing with no pick, just like John Mayer does. I play that chord differently now. That's all that. This, I'm gonna go over the 2 parts of this video because the broke it into 2 different videos: the lesson with the intro and the chords, and then the lesson with the guitar solo. I feel like this one, the first one, was much better done. The second one is a little rough, so let's check that one out. I'm recording on an old MacBook into GarageBand, and I'm using Pod Farm and a Line 6 UX2, which I still have. Not horrible. Oh, that timing was bad. I am on the humbucker, the mini humbucker, in the neck position on is what I'm using. So tone is, it's not horrible. It's not a Strat, but it's not horrible. Nah, that's not good. That's really not good. I played all the right notes, but the phrasing on that is nowhere near John Mayer level, which I would say now, even 10 years later, I'm nowhere near John Mayer level. But that was a little painful. Like I said, the notes were right, and it helped people learn the notes. So it is interesting to go back and take a look at this. I will say also, in honor of this video passing, the first one passing 1 million views, second one's only 223,000, only 223,000, like that's nothing. It's still insane that many people have watched me play this as poorly as I did, and actually have positive comments and likes. But in honor of doing this, I am going to be releasing an updated version of me playing it. It won't have the in-depth lesson, but it will, I'll be playing it with a Strat, that one right back there, PRS John Mayer signature model, and I feel like I did a lot better this time. So stay tuned for that. So go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed this, and feel free to subscribe so you can see any future videos that come out. And yeah, this was a fun little thing to do. So thanks for hanging with me and watching an old video, little blast from the past.